London all morning, and she's joining us one more time. Good morning, Stacey, or good afternoon. What time is it there?
Just about 4:30 local time. So wake up, guys. We've had an awesome time here. We're at Tottenham Stadium. We're super excited. Starkly different approaches for these teams. And for the Chicago Bears, who are considered the visiting team against the Oakland Raiders, they opted, Matt Nagy did, to bring his team in, guys. On Friday morning, he said, when he was an assistant coach with the Kansas City Chiefs, back in 2015, I believe, a game that they won in London, it worked for their football team. So he wanted to do it with the Chicago Bears. We talked to him last night. He said that they were ready to go. He wouldn't let the guys nap, he told us. We'll see on Sunday. For the Oakland Raiders, much more interesting, though. John Gruden this week, you guys, admitted that I made a mistake last year. When I brought my football team in week 6 against Seattle, we got beat 27-3, just buried by the Seahawks. They came in Friday morning, and so he said I had to change that. They came in Monday. They arrived Monday after traveling from Indianapolis on Sunday night. He told us the time zones will not be an issue. My team is acclimated. But as I throw it back to you guys, they have 5 questionables on the injury report and a couple of receivers in Tyrell Williams and J.J. Nelson. How will they handle that against this Bears defense on Sunday? Colleen?
That is the big question for sure, those injuries. But Stacey, how did you handle the jet lag? What did you do with the time zones? Just curious.
Yeah, you know, I landed on Thursday morning, Colleen, at just about 8:30 local time, and I tried to stay awake. And I was writing for our reporter's notebook in my hotel room in London, and I literally conked out, fell asleep. I missed a couple work calls, but I woke up and I pushed myself to the gym, you guys. I got on the bike, and I went somewhere. I had a good dinner, and I was ready to go for the Raiders and the Bears on Friday. We actually got to cover both teams. The timing worked out, and I am ready to go for football at 6 local time here in London tomorrow. This is the first game ever at Tottenham, and I just put some tweets up, you guys, just for an inside look at this stadium. It's amazing.
Ask a question.
That is awesome. Everybody's got to follow the Stacey Dales.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you, Stacey.
Completely covered that right there.
Ask a question, get an answer. That's what it is right there.
So it might be the best division in football. The NFC North, the Packers and the Bears lead the way at 3-1. They're followed by the 2-1-1 Lions, who could easily be 4-0. Yeah. And we can't forget about the Vikings, who I don't know, are they the most talented team of them all? Let's discuss. Let's break this down. Who is the actual best team in the division?
I think if you ask me that question, there's a multi-layered answer.
Yes, okay.
I'm not going to pull
Let's
a
peel
Stacey
back the
Dales right
layers.
now, but I'm just going to say this. The Bears are probably the best defensive football team, right?
Okay.
The Packers probably have the best quarterback.
Okay.
The Vikings, the best run game.
Who hasn't he mentioned yet?
Dead last passing attack.
Yeah,
the Vikings, that is.
Where you going?
Yeah,
Where
the
you going?
Lions are probably the most consistent football team. And
Lions.
Consistent what? Consistently losing?
Well, you take one loss, which was a bad loss opening game of the season, right, against the Cardinals. All right, or a tie, I should say.
It felt like a loss.
And then you win two games against really good opponents, and then you got the Kansas City Chiefs come to town.
Oh, so you count that moral victory?
Well, yes, I count.
Count the moral victory. Oh, okay. Remember that.
I see them catapulting this into the NFC North champions.
And let me tell you something. He's been listening.
You're on the same page.
We had a call yesterday. We were talking about something, and D-Hall was like, oh, I guess I really didn't listen to what you said or whatever. But he listened the last 2 weeks when I talked about the Lions here and about the fact that Matt Patricia's got a better hold on that locker room. They're responding to him. And their defensive line, which is the strength of their team, hasn't been healthy the last couple of weeks, and now it's starting to get healthy. So I think they're even going to be better in that department, to be honest with you. So I can't jump off the train right now. I'm riding it right now.
Might be my Buffalo Bills, Mike.
There's no way y'all believe that.
They might be my Buffalo Bills.
There's no way y'all believe that.
Who should we believe?
Let's go.
Y'all should believe in the trusted one. Aaron Rodgers, guys.
Packers.
Green Bay, the Packers. They have a defense, D-Hall.
The question is this.
Defense.
How'd that
They have
run
a
defense
defense.
look
And if there's
last week?
one quarterback I'm going to trust in this division, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. You could say, oh, Matt LaFleur, the offense, there's going to be some pull and tug, some tug of war there, this, that, and the third. No, man. Aaron Rodgers makes plays. Period. Nothing else to it. And y'all out here, come on.
No.
Really?
All right, he
the
makes
Detroit
plays.
Lions?
Sure, Aaron Rodgers makes plays, but what wins championships?
Defense.
Okay, and you said the Packers have a defense. The Bears have a defense.
I ain't got no qualms with you, Colleen.
They have the best defense in the division. They have the best defense in the NFC. Only the Pats are allowing fewer points per game. They've generated negative 168 yards. I mean, that is just incredible.
But they talk about Detroit's defense. They talk about Detroit's defense, Colleen. Get them.
I don't know. Look, even with Trubisky down, like it doesn't bother me at all. I think Chase Daniel is fine to carry this team for the moment and just kind of manage the game.
But you know why Mitchell Trubisky shouldn't bother you being out? Because if Chase Daniels was the quarterback, I probably would go more Bear than I would be a Lion.
Oh, really?
I'm just saying, I like Chase.
What?
Listen, this is a cooperative show between me and Dan. We drafted
Monday night. Head coach Kyle Shanahan said Odell Beckham Jr. is a freak out on the field, noting his insane ability and physicality. Cornerback Richard Sherman has covered OBJ before and says he'll be sharing every pro tip with Emmanuel Mosley, who is tasked with covering the Browns receiver. Mosley will be making his first NFL start in for the injured Ahkello Witherspoon. But it was defensive coordinator Robert Saleh who said, quote, Odell is one of the greatest in the league, but we have faith in our guys. Now, in terms of the Browns' offensive identity, Saleh says he can see that run-first mentality. So stopping Nick Chubb will be a priority for sure. But a welcome challenge for a 49ers team that right now is the only squad in the NFL to have yet allowed a rushing touchdown this season.
Ooh, that's interesting. Thank you, MJ. The Niners defense, they have been lights out this season. Sure, it hasn't been against the best competition, but they're third in total defense. Exactly. And they're the only team that hasn't allowed a rushing touchdown this season, Jeezy. So very interesting.
Yep.